What's up, everybody? We're back with the Off the Benches podcast. Hope you're all having a great day. We're here with Benny Rodriguez, Dante Washington,
The mic is kind of fake
and myself, Kayla Sterner. We're going to jump right into it. We got sports first. Later in the show, we're going to come at you with the entertainment part.
Oh, perfect. I like that.
Yeah, that's really good.
That was good. Y'all, come on.
Come on.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
Freestyle.
All right, Dante.
Well, I was looking into some information. I was going to talk about. We got to recap the Super Bowl real quick. I know it's a little late, but our episodes are on Fridays, so
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Right, we don't have to get in.
Stop saying that wasn't a holding call and that holding call decided the fate of the game and that the refs are what blew the game.
I mean, the only thing I can say is that it wasn't a holding call.
Bro, he admitted himself it was holding. Like, yeah, they weren't calling that the whole game, but also when you're in a high-stakes game like that, you gotta be playing by the rules.
Right.
And also, like, if it's, like, a debatable call, like, if it's something that, just don't call it.
But think of
But
it.
it's not that it was debatable. Like, it's that they missed those calls earlier in the
Yeah.
game.
Think of it this way. This is how I think about it. 'Cause I think this is the simplest way to think about it. So we are obviously growing up. I think all three of us got in trouble at least a couple times.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. Like, your parents saying, like, you got in trouble a couple times. They're like, all right, you need to stop. Stop getting in trouble, please. And then you get in trouble again, and then they punish you. But you was like, well, I did this 2 times before. Why you didn't punish me?
Yeah.
Well, they were like, well, it's because I was trying to let you learn something, yada, yada, whatever the reason. Mm-hmm. This is equivalent. All right, it's a Super Bowl. We're going to let a couple things go. All right, we saw that holding, but we're going to let y'all play more aggressive. And then you keep doing it and doing it, and they're like, all right, now we got to call it.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, and
So you can't, come on now.
And they also got outscored like 24-11 or something
In the
like
second
that in the
half.
second
Oh, my
half.
goodness. That
So I'm
Eagles,
like, you can't even blame that on that one single call.
That brings to my first question. Now, give me your honest opinion. Do you think, because some people did say this, the 49ers said this, do you think the Eagles defense was overrated this season?
overrated? Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
say they were overrated. I just would say they didn't play opponents that really needed to challenge them.
I like that.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
I could.
I see what you mean by
yeah.
being a little bit overrated, though, because it was like,
Like, overrated could fit, like, into that, because, like, overrated doesn't mean you're bad.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. That's true.
it just means
like,
you wasn't who we thought you were.
yeah,
Yeah.
like.
And it's like, they have a good defense. Like you said, they have a good defense. But it's just that, like you said, the Giants didn't really challenge them.
Yeah, like, there was really, like,
they had number one wide receivers. They didn't have a number one option.
Yeah.
I guess you could call Saquon the number one option. But you can't really.
Yeah,
The 49ers lost a quarterback, so you couldn't really see anything like that.
And then, even in, like, the regular season, I couldn't think of any teams that, like, I was like, oh, snap, like, they have a chance of beating the Eagles, all year.
To be fair, soon they faced a team that was somewhat good. They did put up at least a decent amount of points against them. The Cowboys. Remember back in the regular season, it was a high-scoring game. Gardner Minshew played amazing, by the way. Let's give him some credit.
Well, yeah, I was about to say because Hurts wasn't playing that game.
But I would agree with you.
Like, if Hurts plays, I'm pretty sure that the Eagles win.
No, we're not talking about the win. We're talking about the defensive performance.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was about to say I would agree with you if Gardner Minshew didn't put up like 35 points. If the Eagles put up like 10 and it was like 10-35, that's different because the defense was always on the field. But their offense was scoring.
Yeah, their offense
so
was
it wasn't
scoring.
like
it was just the defense couldn't stop them. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like they were good this season. You can't take that away from them. But are they memorable?
No.
I think I think
I'm
like
sorry. It's just when I think of a memorable defense, I'm thinking 2008 Steelers when you had Harrison, Clark, Polamalu, all of them.
There's so many like the 2000 Ravens,
Yeah.
the 85 Bears,
and
the 2013.
There weren't names that stood out like that.
I just think the Eagles' defense was good enough. Like they weren't like
done.
They weren't, for example, like on the 49ers level or like teams I don't know who was like another top defense. I feel like their defense did just enough to be considered good. So.
Okay. All right. Let's leave the NFL alone for a little bit because
Yeah.
Vinny want to hop into the XFL. We ain't going to hop into the USFL either?
Well,
But
that don't
I know
start
it's
till
in
like
April.
April. Yeah.
We got some time.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
XFL starts
Hop into the
tomorrow.
XFL bit.
Yeah,
What you got going on for us?
Well,
Yeah, because I really don't pay much attention to it.
I know Heinz Ward's a coach.
Yeah.
yeah,
And so is Rod Woodson.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I saw that.
Martavis Bryant's on a team.
Yeah, and so is Josh Gordon. There's a lot of like former Steelers and
personally-
Former talented players.
who are
I'm
on
not gonna lie.
XFL
I'm just
teams.
gonna root for whoever Heinz Ward is coaching.
I think that's San Antonio.
Yeah, that's kind of because it's kind of like this. You sound like you're rooting for the Steelers in a way. I know what you mean. Like it's kind of
But
really
no,
like
Heinz Ward. Okay, when I was growing up, Heinz Ward, Troy Polamalu, and Mike Tomlin were my holy trinity. Like that was what I worshipped on Sundays.
Is Heinz Ward a Hall of Famer?
Bro,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
man should have been had
Yeah.
his jacket. Okay, don't get me started. I
Yeah.
get heated on this every year. He should have had it
Yeah.
the first year he was eligible.
Some people say no.
Heck
He-
yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
Bro, the way he blocked.
Is
on
he first
top,
ballot?
I never
he
like
should've
I
been,
never
yeah.
like understood that like how
I think
the
it's
whole,
like
process
unanimous.
worked.
Basically, it's like automatic. Like as soon as you're eligible, you should be
Yeah.
getting there
Oh,
automatic.
then
Like that's
yeah,
like Troy Polamalu was
then
one.
then yeah, easily.
Okay.
Yeah, but that didn't happen, and I
All
think
right.
he should. Like that man should have his gold jacket.
Cause
The XFL sounds.
well going back to the XFL when it started like pre-COVID I think, right, and then it got like so
Get the Rock bought it. If I'm
yeah,
right.
so I
Yep.
was I guess you could say I was a New York Guardians fan because that was the team that was closest to me, and I actually went to the very first game.
Mhm.
It's actually pretty cool to go to.
It
like,
looks pretty
an XFL
cool,
game. It's actually pretty cool.
When Vince McMahon first did it, I didn't realize this. They were selling out.
Yeah, that was in like the early like 2000s.
I had no idea they were selling out. Like
Yeah, so
they were literally. If just imagine if they just kept that format and just evolved it. 20 years later, what? NFL got some competition, but
Yeah.
we go get into that later.
Yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
then the only thing I was trying to do is like trying to pick out I guess like a team. So the Guardians relocated to Orlando.
Mhm.
So I don't know if I should still stick with them because they were originally from New York, or if I should go to a more local team.
oh, I'm rooting for.
Can I
San
ask y'all a
Antonio.
question? That is a cool ass. That's a cool ass like scenario.
What?
I know this will never happen, but if one of your favorite teams relocates, is that still your favorite team?
But see, this is
Even
my,
if a team comes to like
So-
your city?
Well, so here's the thing: Buffalo used to have the Buffalo Braves, but now they're the Boston Celtics, and I'm like, am I supposed to be a Celtics fan? Because
So-
like me, I don't really. I like to
All right,
watch
so
the
like
Suns.
hypothetically, like what if years ago the Steelers relocated somewhere, and then
And,
like 10,
yeah.
10, 15 years later, like the perfect scenario. Perfect scenario. The Browns. Remember the Browns moved to Baltimore and they came the Ravens, and then they got the Browns again.
Yeah.
Who's your team?
I guess-
Which one would you like to do?
I mean, if you're putting me in that scenario, I guess I would still be a Browns fan.
But the Browns was the Ravens.
Yeah,
now. Like what you mean?
I do get it, but I
Okay.
think it's different because the XFL, when it came back, only lasted like a couple weeks, whereas opposed to like the NFL, who's been going on for
Yeah.
almost like 100 or like over like 100 years now. But I was actually talking to my roommate about it, and I think because I'm still trying to like decide on what team to root for. I was gonna go with the Defenders out of DC.
The Defenders.
Yeah, because they're I guess the closest team to me, the most.
Sorry, I wanted to move
Yeah,
it.
like
Mhm.
so, and I think I saw Eli Rogers is on that team. I could be wrong.
Marcus Wheaton.
I don't even
I
know.
don't
He's not,
mess with
yeah,
you.
but he was. I don't know, but I actually am like excited to start to watch the
Is-
XFL again.
The XFL has 5 minority head coaches.
Wow, more than the NFL that
Yup.
been around for hundreds of years.
How many
Yup.
teams are there?
8.
There's 8.
Wow.
There's 8.
I mean, come on, The Rock is a minority, so
All
he's
right.
not
See,
gonna let that.
now I have to
Yeah.
think
He's-
about all these NFL coaches.
The
Who,
Rock is not gonna let that slide. Like he's gonna like, So, but anyway, it's all right. So people have been clamoring for football year round. Now we got football year round, but I feel like people don't clamor to these leagues. Why do you think people? Why do you think? Why shouldn't people give other leagues a chance? 'Cause you-
No, they should. There's no reason they shouldn't.
that's what I'm saying.
Like if you're, I don't get why people like get mad about that, and they're like, oh, but the league's so boring now. Like, bro, they just started. You got to follow it. Like the NFL wasn't this big its first year. Like
Right,
you
took,
got to
like, a
give it
good
time.
Yeah, let's look like good like
well, it has been around
40 years.
way longer. It has been around way longer than the XFL.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So like you can't expect the XFL to
like,
automatically.
Yeah, it's not.
that
It's
much.
it's not going to compete with the NFL.
but it's like
But that's why it's in a
there's
different
nothing.
season.
Oh, there's no other
Yeah.
football on, so it's not like you're choosing between
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly.
And I get it. It's a little harder because yes, there's less teams, meaning that it's harder to build a fan base. But expansion is going to happen if you follow it like again and again. And then once the league becomes, like you said, once the league becomes strong enough, they will get. To be honest, there is more than 32 people in the world that can play quarterback really well.
Mm-hmm.
And the NFL is just really small. Having these other
Absolutely.
leagues, now we can see other star talent.
Yeah.
My fear is, the issue is,
People are going to
these
think
leagues-
that people are going there because they can't make the NFL.
it feels like a D League. Cavante Turpin for the Cowboys. He played amazing for the USFL. Then he left straight to the NFL. Like, soon as they get some type of star talent or somebody they can use as their face, they leave. And
I
so
mean,
it's really difficult.
it could potentially be that where like the XFL and the USFL is kind of like a AAA to the NFL.
I don't want it to be like that.
But it's probably that's what it looks
But
like
if
it's
that's what
going to
happens,
be though.
It happens. Like it's still letting you watch those. It's almost like watching, not the same as watching college players, but also kind of.
It's kind of like in the middle between like college and like the NFL.
Yeah. So you're like this is
eh.
like you're seeing them before they get big.
Yeah.
You're seeing them develop as
What I
players.
think makes the XFL so unique is the rules, which when I went to the game was like pretty fun, and especially I love their like kickoff rule, which not everybody loves, but I think they really should bring it to the NFL. It's I'm gonna try to do my best to like explain it. It's like everybody lines up 5 yards like apart from each other, offense and defense, and they can't move until the returner fields the ball, and then everybody can start moving. I actually like that rule, and I think that it should be brought over to the NFL.
There's
and
some good rules.
And there's like some other rules too.
I feel like you said, I feel like they got a lot. They got their structure for both leagues, structure, the USFL and the XFL is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, I know it's easier to do that when you didn't start yet, because now you can observe what people like, what people don't like, what's safer and what's not safer, and you can just make it as best as you can. But they still did a really good job. Like you said, it is going to feel like a little G League. It's going to feel like AAA. It's going to feel like that for a few years. But once they build that reputation,
Yeah, it'll just take time, but for now, it's gonna be
help.
viewed as that.
yeah. All right. So, what do you think? What do you think people should do when? Because towards the end or the playoffs of the XFL, the USFL is going to start.
It's like
are
I
you
think
are
right
people
when
watching
playoffs
both?
start.
It's kind of odd to have two pro leagues going at the same
Yeah.
time. That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know the
I'm not complaining.
Watch.
Oh, I'm not
I'm
complaining.
probably gonna watch both.
yeah, I know the USFL starts like I want to say like early or like
I think
mid-April,
it's late April.
like late April. Yeah, it starts somewhere around there, and then it goes to like July or something like that.
Not obviously not now, but 30, 40 years down the line, if their structure gets better and evolved, the NFL should be scared, because the NFL has a lot of issues going on, and players see that too. But if the USFL and the XFL start building traction, and
Shoot, it's good for sports journalists.
right, think about
We
it
got
though.
more jobs.
Right, think about it though, because it's like you in your season before the summer starts, so you have your summer. You're not playing in the winter. You're not playing too cold. So every game is warm weather, regardless where you're at. So you don't really care where you're at. You have a system where you just mentioned most of the coaches are minorities. So now you have somebody that you can relate to. I think a decent amount of the owners are minorities. The whole overseer of the XFL is a minority. So now what, 85% of the league is black? And now if they see that and they're like, well, I have people that can coach that look like me, the owner looks like me and understands me, I'm going to leave. Now, obviously not going to happen like, oh, let's all get up right now. Like, it really had to take something dramatic. Like, the NFL did something so shitty that the players was like, you know what, I'm going. But if that happens,
Which wouldn't be too surprising.
if that happens in like the 30, 40 years, maybe 50 years, we could be looking at the tap turn. Because look at sports history. I know it's short, but everybody that was the country's leader of baseball, football, whatever, basketball, it always changed. The ABA, now it's the NBA, right? There was 2 separate leagues, AFL and
the
NFL.
And now it's
Yeah.
just
See,
the NFL.
now
I didn't know that there
switched.
was a ABA.
Right.
I didn't know that.
And I think the ABA teams was getting more traction back then. I might be wrong, but I'm not a historian like that.
Okay.
MLB,
I think it was always
The-
the MLB.
the Negro Leagues had a lot of traction.
Oh
back
yeah,
then,
I forgot about them.
they had a lot of traction.
Yeah.
But then, we ain't going to get into that. But so in the course of sports history, it shows that the dominant sports organization is not always in control for the whole time. So maybe, I'm just saying.
Could see a shift. I'm thinking though that's good for us sports journalists.
It is.
That's more opportunity to cover more sports.
You know what? It's good. It's good for young
and
sports journalists. You know why?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say it's so good that like The Rock and there's so many minorities because they're more likely to then have those people being the ones in the media on the field.
I want to say that, and it's a professional organization that's on national TV, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's still new. When it's new, it's easier to get in. So that's what I'm saying. Now, if
that's good for us.
That's what I'm saying. And if you build with this organization, they're going to advance you. Like organization that gets this ball rolling pretty fast. If you're there at the beginning, the advancement for you is fast as hell. In which is like if Kayla started now on a team or something like that. If this team like builds traction like 5-10 years, Kayla will probably be like the chief editor or chief whatever because they're like, well, you've been with us since day one. Thank you for always sticking around with us and believing in us. Here's a promotion. Like I said, I think it's going to be really amazing for us, especially there's going to be more jobs. There's going to be more sports shows because not all the sports shows are talking about the NFL.
You're going to need more sports analysts.
You're going to need if XFL, USFL get a big traction, they're going to have their own network like the NFL.
Yeah, more producers, more photographers.
The job market is about to expand.
Yeah, it's going to be
crazy.
so good for us.
That's good. I like that. Let's see. We got any more sports we want to talk about?
Shoot, we can talk about. Well, there's so much we could talk about.
I know there's got to be so.
All-Star game.
Basketball.
We got to hit the All-Star game before we leave.
Well, I was gonna.
Yeah, I gotta look stuff up.
I was gonna show y'all this.
He was hurt the other game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is he playing in the All-Star game?
It's kind of off the NBA topic, but I saw this picture, and it's crazy because I've been saying it forever. I was like, watch. I think even Dante brought it up too. See, now I have to go searching for it. Where is it? Here it is. Because when I saw it, I was like, yep, I've been saying it. And I'm pretty sure Dante has said it too.
What's his face? Chris Paul passed Michael Jordan for third most rebounds.
Oh, I thought you were about to say points for a second. I was like, what?
No, rebounds.
He said, what?
Chris Paul passed Michael Jordan, so now Chris Paul is in third for all time, most rebounds.
Chris Paul?
Chris Paul, CP3.
Really?
Yes.
He's third in rebounds?
Mm-hmm. That's what Kayla just said.
Are you sure that's correct?
Yo.
Are you saying that because I'm a woman?
No, because it's Chris Paul.
Because it's Chris Paul.
Are you? No, I'm saying. Are you?
No, I'm
I don't
so
know if you're
serious.
joking with me. I don't know. You're smiling a little bit.
I'm so serious.
Can I see? Chris Paul. He played for a while, but
While she checks
rebounds. Are you
What?
sure that's right?
CP3, Chris Paul III has passed Michael Jordan for the most all-time.
Third most all-time in rebounds.
Yeah.
You sure you're not talking about assists?
I'm positive.
No, I
Kayla's 99% sure.
not because you're a woman, but because Chris Paul's 6 foot. That's why I'm trying to do the math.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, because he's 6 foot.
foot.
Check what I just put in the group.
And my phone's over there.
Oh, well,
Guys, no, this is so awkward.
Can I
It was
see it?
steals. It was steals.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That
It
makes
was
sense.
steals.
That
At
makes
least
a
get
lot
the
more
shit out of me. I was like, rebounds?
That's why I said it. I was like, Kayla's 99% sure.
That's what
They're
because I was like, wait, maybe it wasn't. I was like, I know I woke up to this notification this morning.
Lamar to the Ravens? To the Falcons? Sorry. I saw that.
What?
This
Let me
Jalen.
see it.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Wait,
see?
let me see.
I didn't know. Wait, I didn't know y'all wanted to get into NFL free agency. You didn't say you wanted to do that, Benny.
Well, no, I was just.
Do you want to
I
get
was-
into NFL free
I was
agency?
gonna
I
show
do
it
got
to
a
you.
lot to talk about.
Oh, that. Okay.
I've been saying
Wait.
it for a minute.
Let's
Are we
be
getting
real.
into NFL free agency?
I mean, if
'Cause
you
didn't
want to
know y'all
get
wanted
into it,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Now I'm
yeah,
excited.
We can. We
All right.
can.
All
Okay.
right.
So we're
Jalen
saying
Ramsey.
fuck
They talking about
the
Jalen
NBA.
Ramsey to the Steelers.
Jalen Ramsey.
Well, you were
They're
talking
in
about
talks?
it in
that
you were talking about it. in
Yeah.
class.
that could be nice.
You're asking me if I would take it?
Yeah.
No.
Jalen Ramsey's like 28.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe because I'm just basing his performance off of just one down year he had, because he was like elite from like 2017 all the way up to like 2021.
But
and then,
was it more him having a down year or less of him saying, "Hey, our season's done"?
no, I just think like even while they were still like in contention, he still struggled.
But it was in contention for like 5 games. That's what I'm saying. Like, so most
No,
of the
but that's
season-
what like I'm saying. Even if it was
that was a
just
small
those
sample size though.
like 5 games, he still struggled. Like
That's like what 30? No, if we count playoffs, that's like 25% of the season.
because like as an elite corner, you're obviously not gonna shut out every single wide receiver you like play. You're bound to give up 4-5 catches a game. But I could be wrong. It felt like he was giving up like 8 to 10 catches and over 100
might be
yards
right.
every single game that he was covering somebody.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. I still think he would
All right.
help the Steelers.
So there's a couple free agency rumors out there that I want to get into now since we brought it up. Obviously, you can see that I'm
A
excited
lot of
about
quarterback trade destinations of where that they
and
plan.
a
Yeah.
rumor has it. It does look like it. But I'm not going to put no words in nobody's mouth. I'm not going to make any crazy facts that could be false. Like, well, personal facts that I think is true. It's not be true. People were saying Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams planned this whole situation.
What?
It looks like it.
That
It
it's
looks
planned?
like, to be fair, it looks like they both wanted to go to the Raiders, and Aaron Rodgers was like, "Hey, you do this. Let's get Derek Carr out of there.
You
and
leave
then-
first, right?
And then
Like-
I'll be on the way." Because they
Stop. That's
I
like,
could see him going. I mean,
no, based off because look,
it's the script. It's
in
the
free
script.
in during in the off season, they were like buddy and laughing and talking about it, and all of a sudden Derek Carr is going. Come on now, go,
Yeah, they like-
go on. Some is
Where do you think Derek Carr will land?
Saints.
Saints, yeah.
Saints or Jets.
I was thinking that, yeah, Saints or the Jets.
What about Panthers?
The Panthers.
I don't.
I
so.
think
he wants. I think he wants to go to. He needs Derek Carr. He's one of those quarterbacks that wants to go to the situation.
he doesn't want to go to like a rebuilding team.
He needs to go to the.
Yeah, but the Panthers are like in a weak division.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
He can
but
go to Buccaneers.
they're still
Brady's going.
no,
Okay.
because Garoppolo's going there. Watch.
Mm-mm.
I think
the
Derek Carr would be
Buccaneers.
better there.
The Buccaneers are still. I think they're still a contender if they get a mobile quarterback. And Derek Carr's not
But
mobile,
They ha-
but he can move.
They have to
He's
get a
moved
good
better
quarterback.
than Tom
He can move
Brady
better than
did.
Tom Brady.
They have to get a good quarterback. Otherwise, they're gonna.
Because you still have two. You still have two number ones, and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin's, who are both coming off of injuries. By the
Yeah,
way,
but you have
and that-
Blaine Gabbert and Kyle Trask
right. You
throwing
need
him the ball.
the
like-
Buccaneers. And I don't care what nobody say. I know this sounds small. I know this sounds ridiculous. One of the sole reasons why I think they lost the Buccaneers last season, they didn't have a slot receiver. A slot receiver is more important than you think. Like, because if you don't have a slot receiver, that means you really ain't gonna go on the inside.
They basically had 4
They didn't have a slot receiver.
good receivers.
They had 4 what?
They had 4 good receivers.
But you don't have a slot receiver.
I know, but
That's what I'm saying. They had 4 good receivers that was good on the outside. But if you know you're gonna go on the outside, that means you're not gonna cover the inside.
I mean, I think-
really.
Tight ends are starting to get like a lot more targets.
I
now,
think-
too.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have a
Godwin
strong
is their
tight end.
slot, right? Because I don't really ever see him on the outside.
Godwin's not a slot.
I'm pretty sure Godwin is a slot receiver.
They don't have they don't got a slot receiver and they don't have a deep threat. That was their issue.
Mike Evans,
And the run game was trash.
but they just couldn't get it to Mike Evans because Brady had a noodle arm.
No, he's not a deep threat. He's a 50-50 catch.
You mean
ball
like
person.
fast?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, if
If they get a
Julio
deep threat
was
in the
still
slot-
Julio, then yeah.
Oh, Julio. It was Julio. If Julio was
Was still Julio, then yeah.
If Julio was even
If Julio
70%
was
of
still
himself.
Julio.
Yeah.
He didn't even have to be a sole thing. He could have been 70% of himself.
Yeah,
The
then-
Buccaneers
yeah.
would have been easily. They
Yeah.
would have ran rough shot over the league.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they had no run game. Like Brady didn't play trash last year. It was just that run game was ass.
So
Like Leonard Fournette, like I'm sorry, but like
yeah, I'm just
he
trying
didn't
to
show up.
I'm trying to think of other teams that could use a quarterback, like the Colts. They'll probably get one in the draft.
Oh yeah, the Colts are gonna get one. Derek Carr might go to the Colts.
I can see that.
one.
Yeah.
The Colts' issue is they need to stop. They need to stop just grabbing veterans. They just need.
I
to
know
go in.
they need to stop doing that.
If you're
Yeah.
gonna pick, if you're grabbing veteran, grab a veteran that's not really a veteran, like a Lamar Jackson. He got. No, I'm just saying not his talent.
Yeah.
But like he's there for 5 years. Like but he still has 10 years to go. You know what I mean?
Grab somebody who
Don't get no
hasn't played
Phillip Rivers, no
yeah.
Matt Ryan. Stop grabbing those people. Like,
Yeah. And what else did I see? I saw
the Panthers, like you said.
oh, where is Baker gonna go?
He might stay with the Rams.
You
He's
think
still
so?
he's still on the younger side. He might stay with the Rams.
He'll be a backup.
You know what they might do?
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna start.
You know what they might
anywhere.
do? If they,
I
mean,
there's
depending on how
probably
the
a
contract
handful
is,
of teams. He could go to the Jets.
Depending on that too, but I was gonna say,
Okay, yeah.
depending on how the contract is, I'm sorry, but I'll if they're able to save cap, I'll get rid of Matthew Stafford.
I was just about to say that. I was like,
Because that means they can
call
pay
me
more
crazy.
people, 'cause they don't
And
got
then
no.
you can get better people.
They don't got
there
draft
for
picks,
Baker.
remember? Because they lost all the
Yeah,
trade for
'cause
everybody.
they give him away. But
So
yeah,
get rid of Matthew Stafford.
I was just about to say that. I was like,
Keep Baker.
yeah.
That means you can rebuild the offense.
And
Actually,
you
they're
can
talking
build it
about
around Baker.
the Rams might be the championship favorites next season if they can keep their core intact. They add more players. They're talking about getting Diop.
Who?
I think
that was in the rumor. That was talking about the rumors. It might not be true. Diop or Cooper Kupp, and you already got a slot receiver, and you got a decent run game,
Then you just gotta hope Baker stays accurate.
and then you
So,
got to
like,
get that defense right. Jalen Ramsey stays, Aaron Donald stays. Get a
There's
number
so
2 corner.
there's
You'll
so
be all
many
right.
like players like
Think about the Rams. They don't need too much to be a championship team.
They
Do
don't
you
need
think the
too
Bills
much.
bring back Jordan Poyer?
I don't know because DeMar Hamlin did play pretty good.
I think they have to because
But
here's the
he's
thing.
a risk
Do
'cause you don't know what's
here's
gonna-
the
he's
thing, though.
gonna
You don't know if
do.
DeMar can play, and then same thing. Poyer was hurt for a minute.
yeah.
You have three good safeties. And not too many teams can say. Most teams can't even say they got one.
The like only
No,
thing
the
is that
Bills
like I wouldn't pay him a ridiculous
Yeah,
amount
he's
of
not getting
money.
paid crazy.
Yeah,
I'll bring him back. I'm not paying him crazy. Y'all,
But-
him and Micah Hyde.
they're
underrated.
nasty.
No, I like
They're
Micah
underrated.
Hyde.
They're
I
a
like
nasty
Micah Hyde a
duo.
lot.
Yeah,
I think Hyde
but
is like if I had to pick Hyde or Poyer, I'm gonna take Hyde.
Micah Hyde. He coming to the Steelers though.
Micah Hyde is nice. He's so nice.
No, come on. The Bills got to give us some credit for how far they be coming. Because the Bills either get a lot of players from the University of Pittsburgh, or they'll get players that used to
From
play
the
for the Steelers.
Yeah,
Come
no,
on
but-
now.
Honestly, though, yeah.
Like who?
DeMar Hamlin played for Pitt. There's
Yeah.
another dude, something Jackson. He's a corner for the Bills. He played for Pitt. There's a couple
dang.
of former Steeler players that was at least to play there in and out. And then, but yeah. So I think all joking aside, I wish we had Micah Hyde. Micah Hyde with Minka.
Ooh.
Come on.
I saw this.
Minka. I feel like Minka don't get enough talk. I ain't gonna say
He
no.
he doesn't get enough credit.
He was the best safety in the league last year.
I would tie it. He was the best, but there was another person.
Who?
The dude
Derwin?
from the from the 49ers, who Funga played crazy.
Oh, yeah.
come on.
the
He
mini
is on his
Palomalu.
second year.
Yeah, but he's not like
Bro,
yeah
he is
yeah.
a mini Troy,
he's
dog.
like
He's a mini
he's
Troy.
good, but
He's
not.
a mini Troy. He's a mini Troy.
But he's not like on Minka's level.
But
you
he's-
can't say that.
He's not
Bro.
though.
All right.
He is good. He's a great
All right.
safety.
I think
Wait,
But-
what's your reason? Because I don't hear
Nah.
your reason.
Okay,
He only
yeah.
got one reason I'll agree with. What's your reason?
Cause I feel like when you can change an entire defense like how Minka did when he came in, there's really nobody who's gonna come to
See, I don't
your
like
level.
that. I think he's gonna say because you got to see more because he's young.
And
I was
plus,
gonna say that's the only thing I would agree with.
plus when he's not playing safety and he's not like deep back there, Fitzpatrick is basically like an extra linebacker, which you could say the same thing for Ufanga.
But he
But
is young, so
I also think that Minka is better in the like pass game in terms of like breaking up passes and like picks wise.
But I just think you've had more of a sample to see Minka.
because you watch
do
Steelers
that.
a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
because I watch Minka. a lot,
Ufanga
but-
is crazy.
Yeah,
Like, bro.
That, I don't.
he's
Was he
I'm
like
sorry.
a 4th round pick though?
I
Like-
think he's gonna be
like-
better than Minka.
like he.
I don't think he's gonna be
All
better
right,
than
all
Minka.
right, we're
But-
gassing
Nah,
it
he's
now.
got no.
You
He's
You're
know
got
gassing it
I
now.
wouldn't.
Like,
I
got
won't say
that
that.
potential.
But I will say this.
Bro, he
I
like
can see them.
He's
I can
got
see them. I
potential.
can see them trading off for best safety in the league year by year.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Okay.
But I want to say overall, like it's
I
gonna be
still
good
think-
though. It's not far fetched what you're saying. I'm not gonna say that It's not like you're pulling shit out your ass. You're like you got like evidence that it's possible.
I think.
But Minka's Minka. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Minka
The
is
fact that the
Minka.
dog is like a Minka,
But that's
man.
that's not to take away anything away from Minka. I just think that he's gonna be surpass that. Like not that Minka's bad. Like I just think he has even more potential with how young he is and the people he has surrounding him.
Okay, I like that. All right.
Where do you think Odell is gonna go?
I don't know.
Somebody didn't they say they weren't sure? They didn't. Somebody said they didn't. I forgot what team it was. They didn't trust how healthy he was. They
Yeah, well,
thought
yeah,
he was
like,
saying he's
we-
healthier than he actually is. So honestly, I think there's a good chance that he gets picked up by somewhere just to be a backup.
Yeah. I got a couple specials in mind if everybody's listening, but I'm gonna talk to y'all two after. There's 2 special episodes I want to do. Y'all gonna agree because it's obvious actually, but
Well, you
we'll
can
talk
say
about
it.
We're gonna do a free agency special, and then we're gonna do an NFL draft special. I feel like that's a must.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
All
yeah.
right.
I like
Maybe even do a little XFL
Oh,
debut.
and maybe we can get.
I guess this is our special now. I guess.
Yeah, I would say
Maybe we
it is
can
now.
then have Brooke on
I would
after
love that.
the NFL
And they can
draft,
talk about their
because-
reactions and what they thought.
Yeah, if we could have
tune
Brooke
in
after
on
the
that.
draft.
Yeah, we can.
I'll
do that.
text her after this.
All right.
That'd be good.
I
That'd
think
be
that
really good.
concludes part 1.
Yeah,
Of our-
Of
tune in
entertainment,
for part
yeah.
2,
which will be
upcoming in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Be easy.